here. Terus kok anak buka. Lola sila kabalunar diri sa kilid oh. Dali ra siya panaog. Pasaka kay.
Kapoy.
Dalang lain lagay po to.
Oh, kining kaholoy. Siya rin ko sa pa. Ay naman, nato man ko siya dito sa kwan. Natos Alexis, ma'am. Natos Alexis. Okay ra, nagyan to sa Alexis.
So we're going to the karaoke tonight. It's been a long time since I went to a karaoke since I protected myself the whole entire month and of course the whole entire months because during the pandemic you always need to protect yourself to protect others. But now, since things are getting better in the island, we're going to the karaoke, still wearing masks of course, and only with a small group of people, and we're gonna have fun. I don't sing well, by the way. You can like something and not do good at it. It's okay. And also, karaoke is the only nighttime activity in the island. You don't have bars, you don't have clubs, you don't have anything like that. And some guests before the pandemic even started, they kind of get disappointed when they find out that there's no such things like clubs, bars, and whatever, like Siargao and Boracay. But to me, it's kind of the charm of the island, like how our electricity is only at 6 to 10 p.m. and how we don't have clubs and bars, how we don't have vehicles, how we don't have malls or any air-conditioned room in the island. It's kind of charm. When you visit Apu, you don't really go here for clubbing and bars. That's for big cities. You come here to enjoy nature, and the best part is you get to have no electricity at 10 p.m. so you can see the stars, and you get to enjoy the day by zero distractions because you don't have electricity during the day. It's really the best place to just go offline. And most people do get that. And we do have a lot of guests that comes every year just to have that experience, to spend a whole month just to be offline. It's kind of cool. So I'm gonna get changed so that I don't get this thing dirty. And I'll see you at the karaoke shop.
Diba?
Zero, very wrong.
Ano siya na? Ang kwan? Score?
Dili.
Ah.
Ayaw ko na underestimate.
Mag-insulto kaya. Mag-insulto kaya ba?
It got here today. Well, technically, it got here last Thursday in Negros Oriental, but it just got here in the island today because I don't use my address when buying things because no courier can ship directly to the island, so it's much easier for me to ship them to another place that's more accessible and then ask another person to bring them to the island. And that's the case here. I used my aunt's address in Dumaguete, and then she is so gracious enough to send these to Malatapay port and then to Dumaguete and then to Apo Island. So it takes time for me to get things, and also it takes a lot of people for me to get things, and I'm so thankful for my aunt for doing these things, since I buy a lot of books, and of course she has things to do, but she's still doing this, so thank you, auntie, thank you. My exciting purchase, my very wonderful purchase, my beautiful purchase are, drumroll, books. If you don't know me, I love books. Ever since I was in elementary school, I adored books. They were my one true friends, like quite literally. I was a complete introvert, especially that we moved to the island at a very tender age that we need to mingle and socialize. I couldn't do that because I was so shy in a new environment, and I relied on books for entertainment and for social activity, if that makes sense. And I remember asking my mom every time she goes to the big island, to the city, asking her to buy me books. And then after a few months of me doing that, she finally said that, can you stop reading and actually go out and play? Because I never do that. And then I did. I stopped. I minimized. I think it was a healthy move for me to actually socialize with people, and it's very important to actually learn how to socialize with people and to understand them. So I'm thankful for that intervention. It was a very good intervention, to be honest. But even though that happened, my love for reading is still intact, and I love it, I adore it, and I think it's one of the things that I would bring with me until I age. It's just me. Reading is me. Anyway, back to my purchase. I bought 3 books, and one of them is a book that I actually want to read, like really want to read, and it's, drumroll, Pride and Prejudice by Jane. Oh no, oh my god, it's almost lunchtime, manggod, so I'm super hungry na. Lusaw. Anyway, Persuasion by Jane Austen. I've read every Jane Austen there is. I love Jane Austen. She's witty and clever, and I love her dialogues. I'm just so enraptured with her. So I try to read every work that she's made. But I've been told that Persuasion is her superior novel. It's the best work she's ever done, but I've never read it. And I'm surprised at the length. It's quite short, diba? It's a very easy read. I'm really excited to read this. And this is a mass market edition. Since I write on my books a lot, like most of the time, like I annotate heavily, I don't buy expensive books at the first time because I write on them. So I buy cheap books at first, so I don't ruin expensive books. And the next book that I bought is by a author that I really wanted to read. There's this book that she made. It's called The Secret History. A Secret History ba yun? Basta yun. Basta Secret History. It's dark academia. That's the key word. I'm obsessed with dark academia. I am dark academia. I sim for dark academia. I crave to be dark academia. I am academia. Doesn't make sense. Pero basta, obsessed ako sa dark academia. But I cannot find a copy of A Secret History anywhere in the Philippines. It had to be shipped from the UK or somewhere else to the Philippines, and I tried doing that before, but courier problems, and it also takes a lot of time. I chose to wait na lang for it to be here, and if it's not here by the end of November, then I'll buy it outside of the country. But for now, I bought another novel by her. It's called The Goldfinch. I've heard so much good things about it. It talks a lot about art, and it's It's just something that I think I would really like. And also it says here that Stephen King says, this book is a triumph. I haven't read a Stephen King, but I trust that man. And it has a Pulitzer. Must be good. Third book and the last book I bought to read after the semester. It's by an author that I really wanted to read. I really want to like this author. And her most popular work is, I read the plot, I read the summary, I read the whole thing, but I don't think I would like it. So I picked a book by her that I think I would like, because first impressions matter, at least for me, when I get to be introduced to another author that I haven't read before. The book I chose for this author is Everything I Never Told You by Celeste Now. There's no mass market edition, unfortunately, so I'll try my best not to annotate heavily on this perfectly good book. However, I hate when books do this. Like this? Like what? Nonetheless, I'm very excited to read this. I've read the excerpt. It's a book that I would love. I think I'm really excited. I'm really excited for this. And can we talk about the cover? It's so cool. Like how this part here, the title, and even her name, looks like someone's handwriting. Really cool. I guess that's it. I hope you're having a marvelous day. And if you're not, that's completely fine, because we can try again tomorrow. And hope that tomorrow is sunnier, brighter, and much better. See you next week. Bye.